The knives are out in Westminster, and Keir Starmer's throat is next on the chopping block. What started as a whisper in the backbenches has erupted into a full-throated roar. 27 Labour MPs, hardened survivors of the 2019 Brexit bloodbath, have slapped down a no-confidence motion that's set to torch his premiership and send the party into a civil war fiercer than anything Corbyn ever dreamed up. This isn't some polite procedural hiccup. It's a savage ambush, fueled by a leaked 47-page dossier that's exposed Starmer as the ultimate snake in the grass, slithering back toward Brussels while the red wall crumbles under his feet. Tonight, as the Commons chambers buzz with barely contained fury, the question isn't if Labour implodes, it's how many body bags Starmer drags down with him. Let's cut the crap. That leaked strategy paper isn't some innocent memo on trade tweaks, it's a blueprint for Brexit's quiet funeral. Pages upon pages of exploratory talks on fishing quotas, food standards alignment, and judicial harmonisation. Technical gibberish to the suits in number 10, but pure poison to the working-class voters who handed Labour the keys to power on a solemn vow to respect the referendum. Starmer peddled that line like gospel in 2020, swearing off second referendums and EU nostalgia trips to lure back the Hartlepool fishermen and Grimsby factory hands who'd fled to the Tories. He won their trust with talk of cost-of-living fixes and NHS rescues, not this covert crawlback to the block that screwed them over. But perception? It's a killer. Northern MPs, staring down electoral Armageddon, see betrayal in every comma. His handed reform our seats on a platter, snarled one anonymous backbencher from Stoke-on-Trent North, his WhatsApp fury leaking faster than the dossier itself. The backlash hit like a sledgehammer. In Hartlepool, where 3/4 of the local party demanded Starmer's head on a pike, activists stormed meetings chanting "Liar! Liar!" Videos of Grimsby members cornering their MP outside the town hall, red-faced, veins bulging, screaming about London elites selling us out again, racked up millions of views on X, turning quiet discontent into a national inferno. Sunderland's constituency chair didn't just quit, she torched the bridge on live TV, branding Starmer another out-of-touch Westminster puppet dancing for Brussels cash. Social media lit up with shared leaks and memes, Starmer as Judas, knife in back, 30 pieces of silver stamped with the EU flag. And the unions? Even the GMB and Unite, once his ironclad backers, issued blistering statements slamming any whiff of referendum sabotage as a slap in the face to working people. Shadow cabinet wobbles turned to cracks. Angela Rayner, the supposed Red Wall warrior, piped up in interviews with gritted teeth loyalty, insisting we respect the vote, but everyone heard the subtext, a polite screw you, Keir. Wes Streeting doubled down, denying reversal plots, yet the stench of damage control clung like cheap aftershave. Reform UK smells blood and is feasting. Nigel Farage, that grinning fox in the henhouse, didn't just hold a presser. He unleashed a blitzkrieg, thundering that Labour's Brexit betrayal proves they're the same old Remain-loving traitors in red ties. Polls back him up like a loaded shotgun. YouGov's latest flash survey shows reform surging from 12% to 15% nationwide, but in Labour's Brexit heartlands? It's a bloodbath, 22% and climbing, siphoning votes from the very seat Starmer clawed back. Farage's war chest is swelling with small donors, his rallies packing out pubs in Blythe Valley and Bishop Auckland where punters once warmed to Labour's pragmatic pitch. The Tories? They are circling like vultures, Rishi Sunak's ghostwriters already scripting ads that hammer Starmer's secret EU sellout into every swing voter's skull. Private Labour polling is a horror show, leads in marginals evaporating from 6 points to a razor-thin 2, with Reform splitting the anti-Tory bloc and handing the North to God knows who. Starmer's camp is in meltdown mode, scrambling with emergency whip sessions and grovelling calls to rebel MPs. But it's too late, the horse has bolted, the stables torched, and the villagers are at the gates with pitchforks. These 27 signatories aren't glory hunters, they are cornered animals fighting for survival, their constituencies teetering on the edge after years of trust rebuilding. John Smith from the Potteries captured it raw. We've begged voters to give us one more shot, and Keir's just pissed it away for some Brussels backroom handshake. The WhatsApp leaks paint a grim picture, colleagues branding him naive, tone-deaf, a knight in tarnished armor who's lost the plot. Even loyalists whisper that surviving this vote won't heal the wounds, it'll just leave him limping, a lame duck PM begging for scraps till 2029. The stakes? Cataclysmic. A win by a whisker-brand Starmer, a zombie leader, his authority shredded, every policy a battleground. Defeat? Chaos, a leadership bloodletting with Rayner, Streeting, and Reeves circling like sharks, each dragging their own baggage, regional rifts, ideological knives out. Britain wakes to a fractured opposition, reform carving up the map into a three-party hellscape, the old two-horse race deader than disco. Commentators are howling. This could birth a multi-party era, with Farage as kingmaker and Sunak laughing from the shadows.
Starmer's sin?
Arrogance. Underestimating the Brexit scar tissue, the raw nerve of voters burned by May's fumbles and Johnson's half-measures. What was meant as savvy diplomacy, easing trade frictions without full rejoin, blew up because he forgot. In politics, trust is tissue paper, and once ripped, good luck taping it back. As the clock ticks to the vote, Westminster's a powder keg. MPs huddle in smoke-filled rooms. Not that there's smoking anymore, but the haze of panic is thicker than fog. Grassroots fury escalates. Motions flying from CLPs, union bosses dialing in ultimatums, viral clips of betrayed punters fueling the fire. Starmer's interviews? Desperate damage control, all earnest eyes and we're committed platitudes that ring hollower than a fox's promise. Perception rules, and right now, he's the villain in a tragedy he scripted himself. The man who knighted his way to power, vowing unity, has ignited a revolt that exposes Labour's fault lines, urban Remainers versus Northern Leavers, elites versus the engine rooms. If he falls, and whispers say the numbers are climbing, it's not just his head, it's the death of the changed Labour myth. Britain hurtles toward a reckoning, where betrayal's bill comes due in lost seats, shattered coalitions, and a polity forever warped. Starmer gambled on subtlety in a sledgehammer world. Tonight, the hammer falls, hard. Word count, 612.